You see it says record, top left, that's recording. If you want to pause.
Something, wasn't it, for the waste? On the other one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The other one it didn't.
It didn't have it, did
You just
it?
put the pipe. You just put the pipe in from the water, actually, in the outlet, and it had an inboard pump or whatever, siphon, whatever you call it.
Yeah, that's the wastewater coming out that one.
Right.
Yeah. So all the wastewater for your taps and for your sinks, whatever, all come out that point. This is water in. Okay.
Yeah, we've got one
Well, you've got that. Well, I'll just put that out. I'll just chop it up. This has got an onboard tank.
Yes, we've got one of them.
Yeah.
But
Just there's some red lights on the back here, and I'm not sure why it's got a red light on. Strange. We'll have to have that checked out, obviously. Right, on your last one, you may have had a pump that you plugged into the side of your van.
yeah, I
You
did.
have one of them, yeah?
Yeah, I
And
did.
then-
The pump was inside. We only had to put the pipe in, like, you know what I mean.
Right. Oh yeah, so you just had it.
Yeah.
With this one, it's slightly different, as in, obviously you've got that. So to your tank, what you can do, like we've just done, is actually use a hose and just fill it through there, if you want to. Or
Is that like an onboard tank?
Yeah, it's got an onboard tank, yeah. So you've also got this, right? This is what you can use, if you've got an Acrol, you can use to fill your tank. Okay, it's not a continuous one. So what you can do, I think, I might have switched it off now, but I'll show you inside the controls. So you do is plug it in there, that hose obviously in there for your tank, then obviously that, when you switch the switch on the inside, which I'll show you, that will draw the water, empty your Acrol into your tank. Then once you finish doing that, you can take that out. Obviously put the cap back on, and then just use the tank, and then when you need to fill it back up
How
again,
big is the tank?
it's around about 40, it's roughly equivalent of your Acrol really.
Oh, right.
So you're probably best to have a full Acrol ready, so when you need to, you can obviously
Yes.
start filling it back up again. Okay? Right?
That's handy, isn't it, son?
Yeah. That's only that one, isn't it?
But it's not the actual lights. That's what I can't understand. I don't know, because obviously this is... Mum, just look at it. It's got two lights on the back light. On.
Two lights on the back light?
Yeah. Well, it's not connected to anything.
Oh, I don't know.
No, I don't. You've never seen it. It's just two little lights. It's not the actual
It's on the
light itself.
outside, isn't it?
It's not the actual light itself, if you look. It's two
No,
little-
I'm just thinking it's on the outside. Is it in case you're parked up?
Yeah, oh, sorry about that.
I'm just thinking whether if you're parked up, if it's near a road, you've just got a light there that someone could see. I'm just guessing now.
I've never seen one there before.
No, but you wouldn't if you haven't got your lights on. You're parked up. It's just a marker light of some sort.
But I'm not switched.
Ask Paul.
Yeah, I'll see if he's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're good asking me, I ain't got a clue.
Well, I've never seen that on the van before, so that's all. Especially when it's not attached to the
Go
car.
off when you turn anything off.
Big one, isn't it?
Just master. Turn the master off.
Yeah, that is true. I've never seen that.
Still off.
Still on.
I don't know then. We'll ask Paul.
Yeah, I'll ask him later.
We'll find out.
Oh, okay. Right, toilet. Obviously, you've got a reservoir for your water for flushing your toilet.
Right.
Okay, this obviously is your waste cassette. So
Yes.
you had a waste cassette on your last one.
No,
Yeah,
did
but
did you have a...
there was an old toilet. Well, there was cassette, but it was underneath the toilet itself.
Yeah,
that's
well, this is
right.
actually underneath the toilet, obviously, as well. But to get it
Oh, I
out,
see. So you put your stuff in there.
yeah. So obviously that sits underneath your toilet. So
Yeah,
whatever your
yeah.
business obviously drops into there. To get it out, obviously it's
Yeah.
got wheels and it's got a handle as well, so it makes life easier. But the mechanism itself, I would expect to be the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Obviously,
went
just
right under the
slightly newer
toilet,
version,
didn't it?
probably.
Yeah.
And then if you look,
Oh, that's good, isn't it?
okay, just
Right.
here, you can see that there's a little pipe which is for draining your flush tank for winter. Okay,
Right.
best thing to do is flush the flush tank into probably your waste tank anyway to start with, and just drain that last little bit off through there. 'Cause otherwise you'll be there for ages trying to wait for it to drain down if you've got a significant amount in there. Okay.
And
Everything sorry.
this tank out, do you fill that from the? How do you fill that?
Some people have watering cans or whatever. I just,
Oh, right,
I just
okay.
got water. You just put pink chemical normally in there, a blue chemical in that one.
Right.
Okay.
Oh,
pink in the top.
we only have one chemical, don't we?
Yeah, some you can get a combined one, which it
No,
does.
we have got the two.
Have we?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I can't
Yeah,
remember.
normally it's pink
Yeah.
there because it's nice and smelling when it's flushing. Then obviously the blue chemicals in the bottom there, that's for start breaking down the nasty stuff. Obviously.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Okay.
No, I've definitely got two.
Yeah. What we got here, obviously I've got my torque spanner. It is very important that you check your wheel check, your wheel nuts before each trip.
Yeah.
Okay, it's 115 newton meters. It is in your handbook. I will check that before I take it up onto site. Obviously, it's important that you do check these. Obviously, the last thing you want is wheels coming off, especially if someone's been tampering with them and you don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a fair comment, isn't it?
Okay. Then obviously got the keys. You've also got what we call a wet locker. Okay, and in your wet locker you've also got a 240
that's
outlet
good, isn't
as well.
it?
So you see that little slot there? Obviously, if you've got an awning, you can put a cable obviously into your awning or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we got an awning, a big Doreen thing or something.
Serena.
Oh, you got what, an awning with it? have you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
It's
probably in
not
the
in
shop.
yet.
Oh, it's not in yet.
It's not in yet, so we haven't checked it.
Okay. There's also you've got a gas barbecue outlet as well.
All right.
Okay.
Alright.
Well, what is that? Just a standard regulator, or?
Yeah, well, that's connected to your regulator. That's connected to your gas bottles.
Right.
Right.
Okay.
Okay. You like to go inside? I'll show you a bit.
Awesome.
I got my slippers on. I get shaded by the balances. If I get the carpet dirty, I'll be in big trouble.
It's alright for us to get it dirty.
Oh
though.
yeah, it's up to you. It's your van, isn't it? Well, I'll give you some of these if you want to. Right. Obviously a bit awkward. We've got another handover going on at the same time. Right, what we've got here, that's the master switch. So that switches your 12 volt systems, right, you see that, off.
Yeah.
So that's 12 volt systems off. If you see there's two lights still operating,
Yes.
they're on the 240. Okay,
Right.
so the plug's 240 in, obviously you've still got them lights. But everything else is on 12 volt system. So obviously you need to, when you get in, obviously you need to switch that on. Battery test, that shows you how good the battery is. Obviously my battery is not that good. And tank, so that's your onboard water tank as well. That's showing
Right.
about quarter full at the moment. Okay. This here is your water pump. So that water pump is off. That's external pump, which is that pump outside.
The Aquaroll.
Yeah. So that pump there, it needs to be on that position there to fill your tank. Then when you want to operate inside, you need to put it to internal. Okay, but the centre is off.
Is that when you switch that up like that? Is that for the water to run out of here?
Yeah,
or?
out your taps, yeah.
Right.
So if it, interior one, that's when you open the tap, the water will come out, it'll fill your hot water tank,
Right.
and obviously you shower and everything else. But before you do that, obviously make sure it's in the centre first.
Did you say it fills a hot water tank?
Yes.
So just say we fill that tank up with the Aquaroll.
Yes.
Do we then fill the hot water tank
Yes.
and then fill it up again from the Aquaroll?
Yeah, well, yeah, you probably, by the time you fill the hot water tank and fill the system, you probably might just want to top it back up again.
Yeah.
Because obviously, it's around about 10 litres your hot water tank is anyway.
Right.
Okay, so when we first get in, obviously one of the first things we tend to do is fill the water system up. Okay, so obviously at the back here, that's your onboard tank. You
Yes.
see that there? The pump is sitting next to it. Your drain, so obviously you need to shut your drain before you try and fill your onboard tank, otherwise the water's just going to be going straight on the ground outside.
Right.
See that there?
Yeah, that little knob, yeah.
Little tap there. Obviously in that position of crossways, that's shut. Obviously
Right.
in line with it, it allows the water
Open.
to drops outside. So again, obviously in winter, make sure that is empty.
Yeah.
Yeah, make sure you get all the water out. So obviously make sure that is in that position before you get water in. Top the water up from the Aquaroll outside. The other drain we've got to check, obviously, is your boiler. So underneath this side here, and you can see this yellow lever down here. Oh, see that there?
Yeah.
That is your drain for your hot water tank and your rescue water system.
Right.
Okay, so the position it's in at the moment, which is flat,
Yeah.
allows the water to go around the system. If you
open,
lift it up, the water will drop out onto the ground outside.
Oh, right.
Okay, so obviously for winter, you need to drain it, make sure it's in that position, open all the taps, and all the water will drain out. And then leave them open. Okay, because if it does expand, it can blow pipes out. So obviously you need to get water. We've just arrived on site. We need to get water in. So make sure it's in that position before you start getting water, because otherwise it'll just go from there out there down onto the ground. You've just wasted all that effort of going to get the water. So you have to go and get some more, and you've got a soggy pitch outside. Okay. So while we're here, we just obviously got your consumer unit there as well. You've got your RCD trip switches. Obviously your 240. Obviously make sure you trip it just to check, make sure it is working before you start. And also you get your 12 volt fuses there as well.
Right.
Okay. And obviously if you move these out, make sure you put them back again. Because the last thing you want to do is sit on the seat and go through it. Okay.
Answer that too. Just tell me I'm ringing back in a bit.
Okay, so Obviously we've got water into your onboard tank.
Yeah.
We've closed the drain for that.
All right then.
Obviously, then we can get the water in. Before you switch that on, onto the internal one system, obviously you can see where the tap can be before you start.
Yeah.
If you've left that open and you go and switch that on, you could end up with water coming everywhere. So make sure the tap's in correct position. Same with your bathroom and your toilet. Make sure that all the taps are switched off. Put it to interior, and obviously open the taps up.
Yeah.
Get all the air out of the system. It takes quite a while for water to get from that tank to here, because the pipes actually come all the way round the van.
Yeah.
So it does take a while for the air to come out. So if you think at first it's not coming, it's on its way. It just takes a while if you've drained all the system out. Okay. To fill your hot water tank, turn the tap to the hot side, opening up. Again, it'll be splutting away, getting the air out of the system. Once it's a solid stream like that, you know your hot water tank's full. Obviously, we've already primed it. Obviously, but you can see steam coming off that. Obviously, switch the hot water on as well. Obviously, it's not instant. It does obviously got a tank of water that needs to be heated before.
So you have to have a quick shower.
Yeah, but it takes it does. It's not instant. Obviously, it just takes a while for it to heat up. Normally, around about half an hour on just electric. Yeah. Okay. Happy getting the water in? Yeah. Good. Right. Next one is obviously warming the water up.
You'll have to bear in mind, so if you fill the sink up, it takes a while to go down.
Yeah, it takes a while to drain. Yeah. Just be a bit careful. It may be one of the flaps might be shut. I've got a feeling all three weren't open, so it might just be because that flap's shut. It's not draining out quickly. Right, on the floor or near the floor, you've got two switches. Ultra Store. That's your heating for water on electric. So there's two different switches. That is for room heater. That's for water heater. Okay, Ultra Store. If you imagine that storing your water, so that's water heater on electric. Ultra Heat, that's heating your room, which is your fire.
Oh right.
Okay, so don't get them two mixed up. The other really important thing, obviously, is that make sure that is switched off if you've drained that hot water tank. Because if that is switched on, there's no water in there, you're going to burn the element out. Yeah. Okay, so I'll leave that switched off now, but that is your electric water heater. Okay.
What's the switch for below it?
That's a little light switch.
Alright.
You see, just below the cooker.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's like a floor light for night time, so you don't have to put all the lights on. If someone was in bed here, they could just light the floor up to it and find the way to the toilet.
Idea, isn't it?
I was top of the range the Deltas were in the day. Well, it's still top of the range now, but obviously this was all the gadgets attached for this particular year. Okay, what we got here, we've got two more switches. One is for your water heater, the other one is for your room heater. Okay, again it says Ultra Store, so storing your hot water. This one, Ultra Heat, that's heating your room. Okay, so the one in the corner here, Ultra Store, that's for water heating on gas. To turn it on, turn the outer ring. You can see there's a little flame icon there.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. Green light, that means your gas is lit. Okay? Or it's attempting to light now. If it goes to red, that means it's failed. Right. Okay? Reasons why it could fail: 1, you haven't turned your gas on. 2, you haven't got any gas. 3, you've left the cover on. So if that cover's on, it will automatically shut off. It will not light. It won't allow it to light.
Okay.
And also if it gets air in the system. So if you get air in the system, what happens? Obviously it'll fail. So all you do is, if it's doing that, if it goes to red, turn it off. Obviously check all them things first. Fire up your cooker, make sure you've got gas running, and then reattempt to light it. It may take 2 or 3 attempts to light it if you haven't operated on gas for a while, because what's happening is it's got air in the system. Okay. So every time you switch it on off, it's trying to purge the air out to get to the gas. Okay. The difference between heating on gas and electric is 70 degrees thermostat controlled. With the gas side of it, you've got more control over it. If you get it clicked off then with the thermostat. So you can change different temperature range on your gas, but most people tend to run it on electric anyway, because you pay for your pitch, you pay for your electric, you're going to use it on you instead of using your gas. Okay? Happy with that bit?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's your water heater on gas, that's your water heater on electric.
Right.
To warm your room up, obviously you've got your fire there.
Yes.
Okay, it will run on electric or gas, same as your water heating.
Is that fire? That's for the fire as well?
That's fire, yeah. So it's Ultra Heat, heating your room.
That's like your thermostat?
Yeah. But it also changes the through the energy as well. So to heat your room on electric, obviously there's an element in that fire there. You switch that one on there, which says Ultra Heat, so that switches that on. Then this control here is also switches your heating on. Why it needs too many controls, I don't know. But this one gives you the options of what energy you're going to use. So either 500 watts, 1,000 watts, or 2,000 watts. Obviously 2,000 being the hottest, or 2 kilowatts. Then you've got a thermostat control in the centre.
Right.
Okay, see it's got a green